Alrighty, everybody, I am back, kinda, sorta, still dealing with the vocal strain. But the YouTube gods do what the YouTube gods want. So, I gotta keep going. The wife is still around, we're duetting the series, if you're interested in that sort of thing, and if you've been watching the series recently, you would have heard the duet. I'll be back to doing the TFOS now, but my voice is still recovering, so it might take a bit longer before it's 100%. We shall start small and then work our way up, building up strength into the voice again, until we're back to 100%. More importantly, let's head into the story. Out of sheer Fecking Stubbornness, written by Nubius Eta NVM. The young doctor walks into the office. There awaits a decidedly large man, much younger than the elders that take up most of these days. A genuine smile is directed at him as he asks, "Good morning, what brings you here today, sir?" "My knee makes a funny sound when it gets cold in the morning." "We can have a look at that." And my back hurts when I lay down for too long. My shoulder bugs me when I try to lift too much weight. My knuckles have been cracking a bit more than they used to. My left arm doesn't feel like it can handle that much for that long. And the right one doesn't go past this point." The doctor stared at the patient for a moment, letting his grievances sink in. Once his sleep-deprived brain manages to process the overload of information, he starts frantically scribbling in his block. "So, these are prescriptions for the meds, Doc?" "No, these are the requisitions for a couple dozen exams." Then the meds?" "Oh, yeah." "This is going to take long, Doc. I'm supposed to meet someone for lunch, and I was hoping I could pass by the job before that." "You should definitely cancel your plans for the rest of the day." As the sun starts setting outside, the young doctor once again meets his peculiar patient. "Sir, I'm sorry to ask, but do you do drugs?" "No need to be sorry, Doc. I smoked marijuana in college." "No, I'm talking meth, crack, equine anesthetics." "No, never done any of that." "Let me assure you, sir, everything you say is protected by confidentiality. It will not be informed to the authorities. It cannot be used against you in the court of law." "Nope, just boring father and husband who gets up, goes to work, and goes back home." "Okay, right. Now, how much pain are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? 1? Maybe 2. I might have to check for nerve damage. Sir, I'm sorry if these are not the most appropriate bedside manners, but I will be blunt. Your skeleton is a tapestry of micro-lesions, with a humble bone filling. I've seen more cartilage in a natural museum than your body. Your muscles are more swell than muscle. Your joints defiant of human limits within the texture. I'm sorry, sir. Are you following me?" Yes, Doc." "Forgive me. Your expression was so nonchalant. I got concerned that I was overwhelming you."
"It's nothing that surprises me."
"But were you already aware of these conditions?"
"No, but most guys at work go through the same thing."
"What do you do for a living? Stop, Batman."
"I've got a small construction firm."
"Building what? The Pharaoh's pyramids?"
"Anything that puts food on the table. This is going to take much longer, Doc. I was hoping that I would at least deal with some paperwork before heading home for dinner."
"Sir, you must be hospitalized immediately."
"Not happening, Doc. I already lost a day's work."
"And you're likely to face several surgeries."
"Nope. My daughter's braces won't pay for themselves."
"And you'll need potent painkillers before you leave."
"That I'll take."
"Sir, I cannot, with a clear conscience, allow you to leave in your current state."
"Am I under arrest?"
"I am a doctor, not a cop."
"So you can't keep me in without my consent, right, Doc?" Doctor."
"I'm thinking. Would I get into more trouble explaining to God why I let a man leave and crumble as a Jenga tower at a hospital's front door, or explaining to legal why my patient has several fist-shaped bruises on his face?"
"You'll stop me with your fists." "That's cute. I spend my days carrying heavy loads. When was the last time you hit the gym, Doc?"
"I'm at the end of a 32, glances at phone, the 36-hour shift, and I think I ate something that didn't come out of a vending machine last Tuesday. Weightlifting is not on my list of priorities."
"So you understand what it's like to push yourself for the job. If you could just give me the prescription for those painkillers, I'll be on my way."
"Sir," Dr. Patel interrupts her resident with a hand to his shoulder, having entered the office and observed the conversation for a while. "Dr. Murphy, give the patient a painkiller prescription, steroids for his swelling, and send him on his way." "Dr.
Don't worry, it's on me. You've done your job and the patient made his choice."
The doctor begrudgingly carries his superior's orders and delivers the papers.
"Thanks, Doc."
"You're welcome.
Before you leave, would you mind answering a question?"
"Shoot it, Doc."
"If you were not intent on getting appropriate treatment, Why did you come here in the first place?
Wife made me.
Ah, I see. Good luck.
Thanks, Doc. I'll see you around.
That would be a surprise.
The surgeon enters the office and halts. He takes in the face of his patient for a moment, then looks at his file.
Have we met before, Mr. Ebenezer?
Maybe. I've been here before.
About 10 years ago.
Seems about right.
Wife-daughter construction company and way more lesions than modern medicine deemed possible.
Sounds like me. Glad to see me, Doc.
Surprised, mostly. But yeah, glad is also accurate.
Told you I'd be fine.
I guess I owe Dr. Patel a lunch. What brings you here today, Mr. Ebenezer?
Wife.
Figured. Same-o, same-o.
Added a few cracks and ouches since my last visit, but nothing I can't handle.
Your wife must be one persistent girl if she managed to get you back here after only a short decade.
When a man forgets his wedding anniversary, he must face the consequences.
So this is the day I'll get to cut you up?
I said I forgot our anniversary, not that I cheated on her.
Nah, I see. Is there anything I can say to convince you to let me put your skeleton back to where God meant it to be?
Nope. Promised the kid I'd get her a car if she got her shit together, and the damn brat started getting straight A's.
My condolences.
Thanks, Doc.
Listen, I still need at least a few exams before sending you off.
You won't let us go, will you, Doc?
Not if you want your drugs.
I'll take that deal.
Thanks. At least pretending to do my job helps me sleep at night.
You, Doc? Sleep?
Not for the next 12 to 30 hours, but eventually.
Men like us have no time for insomnia.
No, but we're never too busy for regrets.
I have a loving wife, a straight-ace kid, and company that's still standing. I have nothing to regret.
I do hope it remains so.
So do I. I'll see you later.
I sure hope so.
Having stumbled upon a familiar name on a random file, the chief surgeon takes a detour from his regular schedule to attend a consultation.
Glad to see you're still standing, Elliot.
Glad to see you too, Doc. How are you doing?
Sleeping most days. And you? How'd you screw up with the wife this time?
I haven't. The old lady already gave up on me. But I told my daughter I'd go to the doctor the day she gave us grandkids, and I don't want to accept a pregnant lady.
Congrats.
Thanks. Surprised to see me live to become a grandpa?
Don't jinx it. The child must come out of the oven before you can call yourself a grandpa. So how long do I need to keep you breathing until that day comes?
About 5 months.
I'll do my best, and you'll still refuse it. Take your pills and go.
You know me, Doc. Somebody's got to pay for my wife's meds, and it's not like my daughter will have much left after the diapers and all. The secretary warns him of a name he has long waited for, although coming from an unexpected place. He gladly leaves behind the never-ending mountain of paperwork and goes to the office where the patient awaits.
Miss Clausewitz?
Yes?
Greetings. I'm the hospital's director, Dr. Murphy. Dad spoke highly of you. The feeling is mutual. He taught me that not all medical science is found within the pages of textbooks. Sounds like Dad. He always had his own way of doing things, and nothing would convince him otherwise. Seems to have worked well for him. He was very proud of you. Yeah. He always did everything for me, and my mom. I owed him a lot. I'm glad to see you acknowledging it. Not all children do. How is he? He missed our decade-ly appointment. Well, Dad got an offer from a private equity firm a few years back. He sat through some sleepless nights doing math. Even asked me to double-check his numbers. And when he saw that he'd be able to afford a comfortable retirement for him and Mama, he sold out and let go of work for the first time in his life. I'm glad to hear it. And, 2 weeks into retirement, his body collected the bull from a lifetime of abuse, and he passed away. I wish I could say that I'm surprised. I, miss him.
End of story. Caspar Arnholtz, John Creighton, Manatharia, 050, Dragzoon WRE, and Elijah Silvercross. Thank you very much.